Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. My name's Scarlett, and today let's talk about how to stay motivated during a pandemic. It's been so long since the COVID-19 pandemic has transformed nearly all aspects of our lives. Lockdowns have forced us to change how we socialize, how we work, and how we study. Especially if you happen to be a student like me, who's currently struggling with her master's and trying to figure out the next chapter of her life, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Currently, I'm taking my courses online because we're not allowed to go back to campus due to the COVID, apparently. And I was told by a lot of my classmates that they've found it very difficult to focus on their studies with the online teaching. So I thought it may be useful to share some of my own experiences and tips regarding how I kept myself positive during a pandemic. First, try to get curious about your everyday life. For example, you may find a notebook this morning that you have never noticed before. And what you could do right now is to ask yourself, when did I get it? And why did I get it? What was I possibly thinking about while I was trying to purchase it? By starting to get curious about little tiny things surrounding you, you may be able to find something new from something old. 2, try to develop your everyday critical thinking. And don't get me wrong, this has nothing to do with academia. All I'm trying to say here is that, for example, when you see a piece of news from social media on your phone, instead of just, getting used to it, instead of just knowing what the message it tries to convey to you, think about what could be some alternative ways of conveying that message. What may be your ways of conveying the message? Does that message actually make sense? Does that way of conveying a message to you, to other people, make sense? Try to get your brain critically engaged with a small piece of news, small piece of information, everything you can find from a picture, from a text, from a piece of news, stuff like that. And the key is to really just engage our brains with our everyday life instead of just taking it as a given. Third, build a daily routine for yourself. It doesn't have to be something very new, it doesn't have to be something very creative, anything big. No, not at all. It could be just something as easy as taking a walk. For example, I take a walk every morning outside before I start to work. And, sometimes it could just be like 5 to 10 minutes. It doesn't really have to be long, but at least you have something that you kind of make yourself do every day so that you have a sense that, oh, you've accomplished something every day, and that just makes you feel very good. I came to understand that most of us are struggling right now and are feeling pretty anxious at home, whether you have to work or study. And as for me, a student, I share a lot of sympathy with those students who have to take their courses online at home and also trying to figure out where they're going to be in the next chapter of their life. Because, it's pretty exhausting, to just think about those. So if you ever felt anxious or stressed out in your everyday life right now, you have every right to do so. You don't really have to feel like this is something that's abnormal or something that's shameful, because trust me, most of us are feeling exactly the same way. Alright, that's all for today's video, and I hope you do enjoy it. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye!